Hey, how you doing? This is Adam Post, publisher of more than 1,000 comic books and marketing expert covering Iowa destroys diversity in universities, bans all DEI. Let's get into the story. Before we do, please be sure you are subscribed to the channel. Click the bell for notifications. Give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate you guys. It all started here. From the National Review, no more mandatory pronouns. Iowa Regents vote to curb university DEI programs. And then after this vote, funding gets pulled. From the College Fix, after Iowa Board of Regents abolish higher ed DEI initiatives. High-paid diversity deans on the chopping block. And then also from College Fix, Iowa universities cutting $1.3 million in DEI positions after Regents directives. Many DEI positions getting killed. From the National Review, no more mandatory pronouns. Iowa Regents vote to curb university DEI programs. Iowa's Board of Regents voted to scale back the state university system's diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. The vote came after Governor Kim Reynolds signed a bill in June, establishing a Board of Regents commission to review Iowa's DEI activities and recommend necessary changes. That study group met over the course of the summer and emerged with a report containing 10 recommendations that the broader board approved. The changes to Iowa's DEI programs include eliminating university-wide DEI functions that are not necessary for compliance or accreditation, reviewing all college department or unit level DEI positions to determine the same, and eliminating all that are not, and reviewing the services provided by offices currently supporting diversity or multicultural affairs in other divisions of the university to ensure they are available to all students, not just certain students of certain backgrounds or certain skin colors. Notably, the steps the Board of Regents have adopted also include ensuring that all employees, students, applicants, and campus visitors are not required to submit DEI statements or be evaluated based on participation in DEI initiatives, unless the position is one required for DEI-related compliance or accreditation. The new rules also prohibit Iowa's public universities from requiring that employees, students, applicants, or campus visitors provide their preferred pronouns. In addition to scaling back DEI programs hold on universities, the Board of Regents affirmed the state university system to commitment to ideological heterogeneity on the campus as well. One new effort is the issuing of standardized guidance regarding the separation of personal political activity from university business and employment activities, and another promotes potential recruitment strategies for advancing diversity of intellectual and philosophical perspectives in faculty and staff applicant pools. The Board of Regents also approved the development of a proposal to establish a widespread initiative that includes opportunities for education and research on free speech and civic education. Translation: total blowout for DEI. And from the College Fix, after Iowa Board of Regents abolish higher ed DEI initiatives, highly paid diversity deans are on the chopping block. University of Iowa's associate president for DEI division makes nearly $375,000 per year. Well-paid DEI officials at Iowa State University, the University of Northern Iowa, and the University of Iowa could soon be out of jobs following a vote by the Board of Trustees. The Iowa Board of Regents recently approved a proposal to abolish all diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives at public universities that are not required for compliance with state law. The proposal followed a legislatively mandated study group report that examined DEI programs, compensation of DEI officials, and other DEI-related requirements at several of the state's top public universities. University of Iowa's associate vice president for its DEI division makes nearly $375,000 a year in compensation, according to the report. ISU's vice president for diversity, equity, and inclusion has a total salary and benefits package of over $340,000, also according to data in the report. That position should not be confused with Ames University's director of equal opportunity, whose compensation also eclipses $300,000. An Iowa State representative applauded the board's approval of the report in an email statement to the College Fix and said he would be working to make sure the universities were implementing the recommendations. Quote, "The board's recommendations are a positive step forward in returning confidence back to Iowa's institutions of higher education. I'll be watching closely to see if any legislation this coming session is needed to ensure DEI bureaucracies at our regent universities are eliminated. We will not sit idly by as our own taxpayer dollars are weaponized against us under the guise of DEI. The study group's report made 10 recommendations to Iowa's public universities regarding DEI activities and initiatives that the school should cut funding to or eliminate completely. One recommendation states that universities should eliminate or modify any DEI-related staff positions that do not perform duties required for compliance with state laws, according to the report. That means the University of Northern Iowa may need to downsize its staff, which includes 2 DEI assistants to the president, both of whom make more than $160,000 per year. The university also employs an equity specialist and separate equity investigator. The study group also advised universities not to implement DEI requirements as part of their hiring practices and employee performance standards. Quote, the study group questions the necessity of DEI-specific competencies or employment expectations, particularly when there is little direct relationship to the requirements of the position, the report read. The study group proposes a recommendation assuring performance is not evaluated based on an individual's participation in DEI initiatives. Other recommendations the report made include prohibiting universities from requiring students or employees to submit DEI statements and use pronouns. A media representative for the Board of Regents told the College Fix that the board's vote to approve the report means the state public universities must adhere to the recommendations. This is not a suggestion. This is not an option. They must follow the recommendations. Quote, the universities will comply with the recommendations and will report back to the board on their progress, Josh Lehman told the College Fix. And those jobs are getting cut. From the College Fix, Iowa University is cutting $1.3 million in DEI positions after Regents' directives. Diversity, Inclusion, and Social Justice Office also closing at University of Northern Iowa. Iowa's public universities are cutting about $1.3 million in diversity, equity, and inclusion positions this spring in response to directives from the Board of Regents. The presidents of the 3 universities announced position cuts and office closures during an Iowa Board of Regents meeting in April. The changes come in response to board directives issued last year requiring public higher education institutions to abolish all unnecessary DEI initiatives. University of Iowa President Barbara Wilson said in a video statement, her school is eliminating 5 DEI positions at a savings of about $360,000. Quote, efficiency and alignment were the main focus for getting rid of the positions, Wilson said. She said the university is also restructuring its DEI office into a new division of access, opportunity, and diversity that will comply at the state level and the federal level. The University of Iowa, along with getting rid of the DEI program, will also be prohibiting anybody from requiring pronouns, and that will be added to all syllabi for all courses as of the fall, Wilson said. Meanwhile, Iowa State University, the largest of the 3 schools, will cut 5 positions and close its DEI office this summer, according to ISU President Wendy Winterstein. Her cuts include the Vice President for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, whose salary was $245,000 in 2023, according to public records. The total position cuts at ISU amounted to $789,000 in salaries and benefits, according to a report. Additionally, the University of Northern Iowa will eliminate its Diversity, Inclusion, and Social Justice Office and its Chief Diversity Officer position, according to a statement and an executive summary from their spokesperson. The university recently eliminated 5 DEI positions, with 3 of the employees accepting other positions on campus. One known position cut, the Chief Diversity Officer, made a salary of over $118,000 in 2023, according to a public salary database. UNI President Mark Nook said in a campus message provided to the College Fix, the university created 2 task forces at the start of the spring semester to review the Regents' DEI directives and draft compliance recommendations. Quote, we are confident that by making these structural and organizational changes, we will be able to provide the personal attention and services each UNI student needs and deserves, and we will continue to create a strong sense of community built on a commitment to the success of every member of the UNI community. Nook said UNI leaders will continue to review materials and programs to ensure they comply. Based on the available data, the total DEI cuts announced by the 3 universities amount to $1,267,000 in salaries and benefits. The Iowa legislature recently codified the Regents' DEI directives into law through Senate File 2435, which Republican Governor Kim Reynolds has already signed off on. The legislation bans universities from running DEI offices or requiring DEI statements from students or employees. And from campus reform, they're doing the same thing in Wyoming. University of Wyoming scraps DEI department after state cuts funding. The University of Wyoming announced Friday that it will dismantle its Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. The university also revealed that it will no longer require job candidates to submit statements regarding DEI and no longer evaluate employees' commitment to DEI in annual performance evaluations. UW stated that the decision came after the Wyoming State Legislature axed more than $1.7 million from the school's budget and further, quote, directed that no state dollars be spent on the DEI office effective July 1st, 2024. UW President Ed Seidel explained the decision. Quote, we received a strong message from the state's elected officials to change our approach to DEI issues. At the same time, we have heard from our community that many of the services that might have incorrectly been categorized under DEI are more important for the success of our students, faculty, and staff. These initial steps are a good faith effort on the part of the university to respond to legislative action while maintaining essential services. Seidel will also look into, quote, about a dozen others regarding practices and programs that might generally be categorized as giving preferential treatment to certain groups of people. The university also announced that it's committed to maintaining services to students that in some cases have existed for decades. It clarified that among the UW activities and programs that won't be changed are those addressing requirements necessary for athletic and academic accreditation compliance, and requirements for access programs for military veterans, Pell Grant recipients, first-generation college students, non-traditional students, low-income students, or people with disabilities, among others. If they just don't choose programs based on people's skin color or sexual preferences, they will do just fine. Wyoming Republican State Representative Harriet Hageman praised UW's abolishing its DEI office, saying, the woke nonsense that is DEI has been a failure wherever it's been implemented. It doesn't produce smarter students to prepare them for a lifetime of success, nor does it benefit the University of Wyoming. Merit should be the determining factor in admissions, grading, and athletics, not the artificial and biased standards of DEI. UW's decision comes in the wake of other universities curbing DEI on campus. Let me know what you think of all this in the comments below. Always love to see your ideas. Please be sure you are subscribed to the channel. Click the bell for notifications, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you again soon with another story. And if I don't see you, I will miss you.